So when did you realize Fat Joe wasn't really feeling you like that?
Oh, I caught that from the beginning. Pun was the glue. We had an argument the first time we went to a show. It was in Forest Projects. We was gonna go to a show. We was gonna go to a show. Pun invited me. He didn't tell me. He didn't tell Joe. So here go Pun. I'm working. I'm in Caldors, right? Working an overnight shift. Stock. So now I'm over there. No, no. Before that, we go to the Forest Projects. We all walking. Joe already in front of his building, 1,000. He got mad people there. The whole terror squad on the streets there. Everybody, I think Showbiz and AG was there. So, we gathered up over there because he was gonna go to a show. So here go me and Pun walking over there. So we get to the front of his building, and Pun out of nowhere. It's fucking like at least 50 guys there. And he said, I'm taking Twin with me. I'm taking L. I'm taking L. That's my name. He used to call me L for Lyrical Assassin. He said, I'm just taking L with me because I guess. So Joe in front of the building with the spotlight on him. There you go, inviting motherfuckers. Nobody told you. And he knows me already. He knows me. We cool. Like, we played softball together. You didn't have to talk to me like that there, right? Like, you don't do that to nobody, right? And this is Pun, and he's bringing me, but I didn't know. He didn't tell me. He didn't tell Joe. So now I'm like, he tells me, who invited him? Why you invited him? Like, he can't. There's no room for him. So I'm like, yo, for everybody. Like, yeah, trying to put me on the spot like that. So everybody there knows each other till they know me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, once again, I don't want to fuck shit up for my twin. You know what I'm saying? He got a deal. He's doing shows and all. You know what? My bad, my nigga. No, don't forget about it. No, twin, don't worry about it. I'm going to work. I leave just like that, right? But I'm heating inside. And I got to take a long ass walk because I got to take the train. So now I'm over there. I'm walking away. So I hear Pun in the background. Yo, why you got to do that to me? Why you got to do that to me, right? Like, or some brotherly shit like that. Yo, they're arguing in the back. I'm going to work. So I go to work. But you know what the cool part about that was? I went to work, 2 in the morning. My motherfucker's coming in fantastic in a van behind him, but they Pun gassed him. He made me feel so bad that he had to come out and make it up to him. So he goes and picks me up. Joe and everybody, they come to my job, 3 in the morning, and it was just like that. Scarface scene, remember, he's like, go get your own. He throws the rag at the beginning. I got to look after my investment. So they did that shit to me. And I said, my boss was like, yeah, you can't leave right now. I was like, yeah, fuck out of here. I quit. So I left. I jumped in a Fantastic to the spot. I jumped in a van, headed to Miami with these niggas. I jumped in that van for like 19 hours. We drove from Throgs Neck in the Bronx all the way to Miami. So that's what's crazy. So you see how things get negated a little bit. He did that to me, but yet at least but it was my brother who forced him to come back. You know what I mean? So it wasn't for Pun bringing him back and picking me up to really roll like that. That showed that displayed the love my brother had for me. But if it was up to him, he would have left me behind. So I never expected Joe to go out their way. But I did want to rock as a team. I did want to be included because I belong there. I show you how useful I am, and I show that. But the more it's shown, the less he acts like he doesn't see it, and he takes it for himself. And that's the problem with that. That's why he's the beluga with 3 blowholes and his own little island.
You told me a story about another time Fat Joe embarrassed you in front of Funkmaster Flex. Was the incident where Pun invited you to the show before or after that?
That was before. That was before. Then as he kept on, that was done, right. As it kept on, saying like, you can't, you can't do that to me. You should know already. Like, yo, we cool enough. You're not gonna say things. We treat each other equal here. We people. It's not like you're the Messiah, whatever. We know if you disrespect me, whatever. It goes all the way to whatever with me. Pun, I didn't want. That's the only thing. Pun was in the middle. He was the glue, and Pun knew how to diffuse it for himself. Like, so, but he knows like, yo, this. You didn't think I was there when Pun used to tell me, yo, I can't stand this, but I still got to do certain things because, and that's loyalty, and that's we had to you have to bear with certain things. But Joe get loose with the mouth. He thinks he's that dude. He thinks he's the You know, no matter how much things you do for him and all that, you still got that face to tell you, you didn't do nothing for me. He'll still do that. I, like you know, he's incredible. He gets up to Funkmaster Flex Station, and we just finished writing him a rhyme in Pun's house. We just finished writing him a rhyme for his album. I think it was for the Don Cartagena. Yeah. So we go to Funkmaster Flex because he got the 50 MCs, I think, something. He wanted to put us down his mixtape. So he asked for me. Pun, you know, Joe, and then he asked for me because I was buzzing at the time. So he asked them to bring me. So I came, and I remember I did a rhyme for him. Yeah, so we started. Yeah, we it was a day, regular day. We started the sessions. We already had it down to a science where we had to help Joe because it was his album. Uh, you know, the Don Cartagena. Uh, we was already mostly done with the capital punishment one. So, you know, it was time for Pun to hit the the outlets and the DJs and you know get the buzz before his album drops. So Funkmaster Plex calls us, well, calls Joe, I think, and you know, he brings we go over there with Pun, me and Joe, and they tell me to kick around. You know, say kick around, go do like a mixtape, a song for the mixtape for one of Flex's mixtape. So I start kicking around, and this thing, Joe, out of nowhere, I'm in the booth kicking my around. He goes, yo, but this motherfucker, yo, don't you got another rhyme? Don't you like when he did it like when he did it in front of this building? The same thing in front of people, Funkmaster Flex, like everything. He had his people, a sound DJ, whatever. And I'm in a booth. And he goes, well, don't you got another rhyme? Every time like back in the days, we used to go to radio stations and we used to spit rhymes. And we only had like 3 or 4 rhymes we remembered. So out of nowhere, he chooses to do this here. So now, like, what are you talking about? So I see one Master Flex guy like, with that face like this. And I was like, but what's the problem, dogs? What's the problem? Why can't I say a rhyme? I never recorded that. I never said that on like a actual like song. I could say that rhyme, whatever. He said, but you always spitting the same rhyme, same rhyme. So he's serious about this. So now I'm like, this nigga, yo, you got some nerve. In my head, you got some nerve. We just finished writing a rhyme, a whole song for you in Bud's house. You're talking to one of the pens and the writers and the spitters that wrote your shit that you are mimicking when you say my words in my head. So now I get tight. No, in my head. So now I go, okay, cool. Which rhyme? No, this is what I really say now. I said, so what rhymes are you going to say? The one Pun wrote for you or the one I'm getting wrote for you? That's what I said.
Damn.
Right there, right live right there. The beluga whale didn't know where to put his blowhole after that. So now it's like, the pink, it started turning pink. And I'm like, you want to play? You want to play? Talking about my rhyme? Well, which one are you going to kick? The one Pun wrote or the one I'm getting wrote?
You got some big ass kahunas saying that to your boss.
No, it's no big balls. It's just what it is. Like you can't do, what will you treat somebody like that? That's your people. I don't do that to people. I wouldn't dare do that unless I don't like you and you're my enemy. And I saw you there maybe and I'm trying to play you. But not the people you come in with. You embarrassing to make yourself look bigger or something? Come on, dogs. Say the truth. Say the truth. You should never ever be able to say that out your mouth to me because the same day I was helping you as a team, helping you be better at your craft with my gift, helping you as a team. So how can you have the nerve to do that shit to me right now, to people in the industry and maybe look like a certain type of way? Don't do that. I wouldn't do that to you. And I caught a flashback of the whole in front of the Trinity, when you did the who invited him in front of 100 niggas. That's the problem. That's the problem. The flashback, the Vietnam. I'm gonna remember what shit you do, and this is like a habit for you. So it's like, okay, you really trying to play me when it's like at the wrong, that really at the times where you should be bigging me up and bigging your team up and getting, you know what I'm saying, getting some love for your team, you are doing it to stomp on your on your peoples, and for some reason you think that's giving you more love. Like, we know the truth, man. Just be courteous. That's me. You can't play me like that. That's all me personally. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? But whether it's right or wrong, it still was embarrassing to the crew on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? But how much can I take? Get out of here. You're not gonna play me like that. You can't. You can't. Not me, because I know I'm an asset to this. I'm the one who put that pen down. I'm the one who saying, is building his shit, and is getting that love from the people, and that love from my people. I'm reciprocating back to you, because we're a team. So do the same shit back. And that's the problem we had with our deal. The deal wasn't like that. He was doing funny shit with the money, and shit that I didn't know about. That when you catch him with his hand in the cookie jar, then he deflects it. He tries to throw it on some other shit. He starts lying. And that's the problem. How long can you be a liar? But people know that. People know that. And that's how simple as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I never took this man to court. You know what I'm saying? If anything, chased him around with a stick and, put pressure on him in that way. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Real G shit that we come from the street. And I'm not that. I'm not. I'm a regular dude, humble. Like to see myself as that. Those that share time with me, they know my characters. So me going gangster on somebody, you deserve it. You deserve it extra. And it's harder. It's harder. We in front of this fucking camera trying to make fucking music, and you're over there acting like you fucking fucking John Body. Well, not even John Gotti, because far from that, but you trying to make yourself seem that way until you're trying to scare people, but you're not, man. He always had a great group of people around him that helped him and had love for him enough to help him. Street, music, friends, surroundings, family. He was blessed with, he had a great team of people around him that had love for him. That's it. That's it. You like that flex. You like that.
That flex was a bit. And you said Joe started turning pink, right?
Pink. He thought he had me though. He thought he had me. He was hitting me hard. Like, he was like, oh, but all the same time, all the time you say the same rhyme. He was doing that extra. And everybody's like this. Hey, hey. Flex is like, but leave him alone. Flex even said, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like,
And what pun say?
Pun said, they're one of those. I swear to God. And they said, he started gigging. He started gigging. I swear to everything I love, Pun started gigging. I'm serious as hell because I'm smoking. I'm like this, but which one? Which one, huh? The one I'm getting? The one Pun did it. And Flex was there. So I know his blood dropped.
You serious?
I swear to God, that's what happened. Pun was laughing like this. Like, he doesn't laugh regular. That was an embarrassing, awkward moment that he knows he shouldn't laugh. He couldn't stop laughing. He went like this. And he tried to diffuse it like we was playing around. And I was like, nah, this is crazy. Like, how you gonna say that? Saying that. I'm saying the same shit. Come on, man. You bugging. I just wrote, man. It was my stubbornness too, though. Don't get it twisted. It's just that's the same kind of, you playing with the same kind of animal right there. You don't put me to be embarrassed. Just like, don't snap on me if you don't want me to snap on you. Because I could take it as a joke. Oh, you was joking. Okay, let's play it off as a joke. Don't say that I'm whack, that I got to use one rhyme. I always use one rhyme word. I could have said the one I wrote you like earlier today. I just didn't want to add myself into the equation, because it's like, I know what Pun did for you. Like, you changed your whole style. You was Flow Joe, I'm gonna mash your toes, before you met Pun. And then Armageddon changed your shit too. Like, Armageddon was dope too. He did the whole, Jealous One's Envy. Armageddon was most of that. So, and then before that was King Sun. King Sun wrote Flow Joe and Shit Is Real.
So since the
Like, you always
inception of his career, he hasn't penned one rap.
Yeah, no, he didn't write. So,
All right, now I'm irked at how he handled Ja Rule at the versus battle.
and talk shit like he was the one. He was talking shit like he owned, like he's the best. That's the problem. Like, you could talk shit like, well, no, like, you wrote everything and you're better than Ja Rule. Like, how? It's like when Lord Jamar just said, how could you be better than me? You don't pen nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never wrote nothing. How can you even say you're an MC? And he could have rolled joints. He could have rolled joints, but he definitely wrote the wackest shit. in his albums. Like if you see the wackest in his albums, that definitely was him. But the actual hits, the actual joints that made it to somewhere, like shit is real, the Flow Joes, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like the other people's always made them. They always come back to other people. I think Lean Back, he said he stole it for somebody from North Kakalaki, some North Carolina young group that was coming up. I don't know how true is that, but I heard they sued them and everything. But you know,